They're off, away and racing 3 miles ahead for the 9 horses in the Clifton Timber Maiden. And the early leader will be the Therussiansaddler alongside Benefact and Tommy to be sporting the white cap. So Benefact leads the way. In second position is the Therussiansaddler, and then third position to the pink and blue of Direct Drilling to head towards the first fence of 19 in this contest. It is the Therussiansaddler and Benefact. Benefact just about how to lead the white cap. Tommy to be on board, then the Therussiansaddler, the two-tone green in second position, then in third is Spencer, the orange cap is Willie to be, and then in fourth position on the inside rail, the Universal Island is the checkered sea. We've done it in Derby Grey, and then on the inside is the pink and blue of Direct Drilling, and then further behind those is Sunset on Fire, the yellow cap, supported by Orpwood, and at the rear of the field is Vincent Glenn, and Pop the Question is also in that rear trio. The 9 horses then head on towards their second obstacle, trying to be sponsored nationally by the Wright Ford Company. Heading over as they go, and the leader was Universal Island, landed just ahead there is the Therussiansaddler in the two-tone green in second, and then Spenty and Willie to be moving to the third position on the outside. And then behind those is Tommy to be in the white cap aboard as Benefact, and then in fifth position is Universal Island in the two-tone blue and the pink colours of Rosie Harris in the saddle as they head towards their fourth obstacle, the McLaren Insurance Brokers fence, and it is led on at this stage by Universal Island. On the outside of those is Benefact, and in third position the orange cap, supported by Willie to be aboard Plenty. Then Universal Island and Rosie Harris in fourth, and in between them is the two-tone green at this stage of the Therussiansaddler. The yellow colours of Vintage Glen is reluctant to go to the start, seems to be racing well, and then in the mid-division, just ahead of those, We've Done It. Pop the Question is in the 8th position, and at the rear of the field in the yellow cap, worn by Nick Orpwood, is Sunset on Fire. Heading towards their fifth obstacle, and over that fence safely, and there's about 9 lengths top to tail, and the lead continues now to be Plenty and Willie to be. From in second position, the check sleeves of Universal Island. Universal Island ridden this afternoon by Jack Teal as they head towards the Nightwick Frank open ditch, and they're all safely across the open ditch. So, Plenty has the lead by a length and a half from in second position Benefact. Universal Island in its third position, in fourth then the two-tone green of the Therussiansaddler, Vintage Glen, and We've Done It round out the top 5. Sixth position for the green colours there of Pop the Question ahead of Universal Island, and Sunset on Fire, the yellow cap, continues to watch on at the rear of the field. Heading over the next obstacle then, their 7th fence, and they've all got over that one safely, and it is still the 2 Easterby runners who lead first and second. Plenty, the orange cap worn by Willie to be ahead of Tommy to be aboard Benefact, then Universal Island in the pink and blue ridden by Rosie Harris in third position, just ahead of the two-tone green of the Therussiansaddler, who's now moved into third position. Fifth now is Universal Island. We've Done It is on the outside with Vintage Glen in 6th in the yellow jacket, and then behind these Pop the Question in 7th. Sunset on Fire moved into 8th position and losing a little bit of ground in the last couple of fellows with Direct Drilling and Rosie Harris, who now is left at the rear of the field. So they've completed the circuit now, 9 fences behind them, and heading back towards this fence that was their first on the third circuit, the CW Strickland fence, and they're led on at this stage by the orange cap at this stage of Plenty and Willie's to be, and then in second position is Benefact and Tommy's to be. Now on the inside now is Pop the Question in the green of the black braces, ridden by John Dawson. Pop the Question in third position. So now the Therussiansaddler out-jumped the others, and the Therussiansaddler moves into the lead with Plenty in second position, and then in third Benefact. We've Done It in the fourth, and the spot the yellow and fifth, then the green Pop the Question ahead of Sunset on Fire. Then there's a 5-length break to the pink colours of Direct Drilling, and then Universal Island in 9th place as the 9 runners continue on and embark on their final circuit with a mile and a quarter left to run. Orange cap then is Plenty, has the lead with the two-tone green of the Therussiansaddler upside. We go into fence number 11, and the first 8 all safety over that. Universal Island has been pulled up, reducing the field down to 8 as the Therussiansaddler leads the way with on board Ross Wilson in the two-tone green. Heading towards fence number 12, and they're all over that one safely again. So Universal Island, the Therussiansaddler has the lead. Pop the Question in second and Plenty in third. And there's a 2-length break back to Benefact in the royal blue and white. And then on the outside of these is Sunset on Fire, who's moved into 5th position. Also up there is Vintage Glen, and on the inside, Direct Drilling, as now at the rear of the field is We've Done It. Heading on then is a mile left to run. This year's renewal of the Clifton Timber Maiden, Division 1, and it's led on at this stage by the two-tone green of the Therussiansaddler and Ross Wilson. In second position then is Plenty, then in third is Pop the Question, in between them is Benefact, and then fifth to We've Done It the Grey, We've Done It written by Joe Wright in the navy and red colours, and there's a four there. Tom Easterby is down at the open ditch, but he's back up on his feet, so out of the race there was Benefact, reducing the field to 7 as they head on with only 6 left to jump. Now they go for the night Frank open ditch, and the leader continues to be at this stage, and the Therussiansaddler, joined now by Pop the Question, who's had a terrible fall there. Pop the Question jockey is back up on his feet, but he fell off, and all the horses went over and round him, but he seems to be unscathed. As the jockey aboard Pop the Question was John Dawson, who seems to be unscathed. It's a bit of a miracle, really. You head on now with 4 left to jump, and it is the Therussiansaddler. We've Done It upside. The Therussiansaddler just lands in front, but anyone's guess as to who will land in front next time. We've Done It looks like he's going the better in the grey horse. Then in third position, Vintage Glen, who's reluctant down to the start, seems to be really powering on now. Then we have Sunset on Fire in 4, and the loose horse is going to go round the fence, but he goes across Vintage Glen, and very well sat by Vintage Glen, the jockey. And then behind these is Direct Drilling in the pink and blue, heading now towards the penultimate fence. And it is at this stage the Therussiansaddler, who's now got a length in front of his second. We've Done It, the loose horse upside and goes round the fence again, and it is the Therussiansaddler who has the lead now. In second position is We've Done It, third to Sunset on Fire, 10 lengths back to Vintage Glen and Direct Drilling in 5th, but they round the home bend as the Molly's in sight now. The Therussiansaddler is joined by Sunset on Fire upside, very hard to tell who's in front here, but it looks like at the moment the Therussiansaddler being overtaken now by the Sunset on Fire. Who's going to land in front of the final fence? Sunset on Fire is ahead, and overtaking Sunset on Fire